Hi there. So this is a more in-depth look at what Freight Squirrel can do for you and your business. I'm going to show you how you can scan your courier invoices for any overcharge in minutes and remove this monthly headache for good. Your freight system will come up with a price for your shipment according to the current rate cards you have loaded up, as well as the weight and dimensions of the package and its destination. This is what you expect to be charged by your courier, but often this is not the case. Packages can double up on conveyor measuring systems, and you get charged for a larger box, or a remote location charge you are not aware of. You could be getting hit with manual handling fees for certain items you are not aware of, or oversized charges. Your rate cards could also be out of date, or your staff has not measured something properly. Squirrel will tell you if the cubic or dead weight was higher in your courier invoice, or if you were charged more for no obvious reason. These are all in the report you will send to the courier to explain after you have checked your rate cards and dimensions were correct. What we are doing with the Squirrel auditing tool is checking that the prices your freight system has quoted for each consignment is actually what you have been charged by your courier. If you're sending hundreds or even thousands of consignments a week, this is something that must be done, as it is one of the largest expenses an e-commerce company can have. So you must make sure you're only paying what you should. So if you are using a freight system currently that has multiple couriers or even just one courier, you will need to download the daily transaction report from your freight system for that courier in the date range that covers the courier invoices you are checking, and save that as an XLSX file, not a CSV. By saving the report in this way, we retain the full consignment number in the fields for correct comparison. A CSV will change a long number to a scientific notation, and we can't use that. Next, you will need to log into your courier account and download the invoice you're wanting to check, also saving that as an XLSX file. Now, we just need to upload these files for comparison. So head down to the Compare tab on the left here. First, we will open the courier invoice you saved, so either drag that file to the white box here, or click into the box and find the file on your PC. Once you have uploaded the file, click on Select Fields. Here we are telling the system which of the rows in the file correspond to cost, cubic, and weight, so it knows which ones to compare, as you will do the same with your freight system file. So go ahead and select those fields you wish to compare from the rows available in the dropdowns. These are the headers of the rows in the file you uploaded. The base common field is usually going to be the consignment number, so it will find the same number in both reports and compare all the data. Once you have selected the correct rows for the consignment number, cost, cubic, and weight, then you can save this as a profile for that courier, and you won't need to select them all each time you upload a new file. You can also choose to add a percentage for GST or fuel if you need to add these in order to compare properly. Apples to apples, so to speak. Most of the time, your courier invoice will have your total cost per consignment, but sometimes your freight system will only give you the base charge, so you will need to add these in order to compare effectively. So we will submit that file and move on to the freight system file and do the same thing here. Select the relevant rows you want to compare against your invoice for any errors. Once they have been uploaded, we simply hit the Compare tab, and the report will show you in total how much charges were out by, as well as weight and cubic, to help determine why they are wrong. So as you can see here, there are $3,805 in overcharges here on a $16,771.88 invoice. So around 22.6% of the bill was overcharges and potentially not owed. Quite a hit to the bottom line if you're not checking this. The files I uploaded were from a courier who decided to hit us with 6 months of apparent consignments that were not manifested properly due to an issue with their system. So we got an invoice with 2,450 consignments, and they wanted their money ASAP. To check that many consignments would take around 6 hours straight without a break. If I were to use profiles already set up for that courier, it would have literally taken me under a minute to check them all. Now, you can order these rows however you like and then print the report with the same order as a PDF or Excel file. If you save this report here, it will add to your dashboard analytics, showing you total courier charges, total system charges, and total overcharges for the given time frame, which you can also select. So we will save the file now, and if we go to the Reports tab, you can see the file here with a date stamp applied so you know when it was generated. You can reprint this report at any time or delete the report if you don't want to add your admin analytics data. Let's go back to the admin panel, and you can see now we have some data here to show the total overcharges in cost, cubic, and weight, as well as a percentage of total overcharges. On the monthly graph, you can see the difference between your invoice and the system charges for the same thing. You can use the small box here to set up individual couriers using the Save profiles in the Compare section. Simply click on the block and select a profile that corresponds to the courier you wish to monitor for both the invoice and freight system uploads. Then call the block by the courier name or whatever name you wish to allocate. Now, whenever those profiles are used, the total overcharges will be recorded here for that courier. We are currently working on a fully automated subscription where Squirrel will handle your file downloads as well as via API or browser control. So once set up using the wizard and entering your login data for your courier and freight system, we will be able to extract the required information each month and send you the reports by email without you even having to log in. You'll be able to select when you want the report sent to you and for what time period, completely removing this tedious task from your radar.